back to the Pomchi pack, everyone. I'm sorry it has been so painfully long. Again, I've run into issues with editing, but I don't know how much you guys care about that. I'm just happy to see you guys again. I hope you guys are coping well to this new normal that's going on right now. But we're not going to focus on the negatives or the strange things that are going on right now. What we're going to do is focus on you. We're going to focus on how you're feeling, how you're doing through all of this. And regardless on if you're one of the people who lost their job or if you're one of those people who are just struggling with being isolated and being separated from people you care about in order to keep them safe. Whichever person you are, I'm happy you're here. I'm so happy that you are here to acknowledge the things that you need to do to make yourself happy, regardless of your environment and regardless on what's happening right now. So today's video is going to be about managing anxiety. And I am going to have a disclaimer here. I'm not a professional by any means. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a counselor. I am just a person who has suffered through anxiety and stress since I can remember. And I'm sharing all of this with you today because I know that there's a few people out there that have just figured out that they have anxiety or that they're struggling to cope with stress in their environment right now. So I hope that this video helps you guys. With all of that said, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with method number 1 on how I manage my anxiety. Just getting your body moving, getting your blood flowing, and just having something to do and moving your thoughts inwards instead of focusing on outwards, what you can't control. Meditating, it is so important to be able to know the difference between the two types of breath. So as far as I know, I'm not a professional in this in any way. This is just kind of what I've learned along trying to learn how to meditate. There is one that is called thriving breath, which comes from deep down in your lower belly. So when you breathe in, your stomach expands, and when you breathe out, it contracts. So it's like you're doing a crunch every time, kind of. And the other type of breath, what most of us do, and I think they called it surviving or fight or flight breath, and it's in your chest. When you're breathing through your chest, you're only using the top half of your lungs, so you're not getting the full capacity of your lungs. So you're only getting half a breath. But if you're using your stomach, you see, the amount of capacity that you have is so much better. And when you have anxiety or you're stressed, you tend to breathe more shallow. And then that increases your anxiety and stress, not only mentally, but also your body. Because your body needs to have the oxygen to function correctly. We need oxygen, water, and food. Those are the 3 needs of life. So when we're denying them one or restricting one of them, such as oxygen, there will be some imbalances, including emotional. You don't even necessarily need to have a cushion, you don't need to be sat down in a meditation area. Just while you're driving, if you're feeling stressed or anxious, just stop for a second and think, let's breathe a bit deeper. And if you guys do that, you'd be doing what I was doing to help with my anxiety, and I have found so much benefit with that. I am a massage therapist, so I do know a little bit about how stress accumulates in the body, and that's partially why I have so much difficulty with some other physical ailments. I can do another video on that for you guys, of course, if you're interested. Don't forget to comment down below with any ideas or any videos that you would like to see from Pomchi Production. Honestly, guys, I have a fair handful of health issues and health concerns that does affect my daily ability to move, my daily mobility. With that in there, you guys, I hope that this breathing exercise helps you. Please comment down below if this has helped you. I would like to know this has helped and who maybe I was able to make a difference. I know about 5 years ago this kind of video would have changed my life if I would have come across it. And I hope that I can be that for someone else, because I know that it can be quite difficult to go throughout life when you don't necessarily feel like you're in control. So. And the third thing is something that I kind of surprised myself with, that this actually helped me with my anxiety and my stress, and that is reading, and especially reading outside. And when I say reading, I mean like an actual book, not like Twitter, not Facebook, not even like phone, Kindle books. Like an actual physical book has so much value into it, but just being able to touch the pages and just like tactile therapy, you know? So I found this book that I used in massage therapy when I was learning Asian theory, and it has actually changed my life. It's called Staying Healthy with the Seasons. It's a really great book about Asian theory and ways to stay balanced with the change in seasons. So what's going on right now, being stuck inside, being stuck in the same place, inside air, you don't get the open space. So that has been something that has actually really aggravated my anxiety as of recently. And I realized that I just need to be outside more. I just need to spend more time outside. And even though we face the road, it's a really chaotic environment outside, being able to just read a book, put some earphones in, and just kind of zone out for a bit. Now, this next one is pretty basic, and you think that it would be pretty common sense, but between me and my husband and my mom, I've noticed a common trend. And I've noticed that when we don't do something that we enjoy, when we don't do something that we love and that makes us feel happy, it becomes easier for us to get stressed. It becomes easier for us to get overwhelmed and frustrated. Playing guitar is something that helps me clear my mind. It's really therapeutic. For my husband, he enjoys playing Minecraft. So honestly, 20 minutes of playing Minecraft is like a therapy session for him. It can be something where he is so stressed and overwhelmed and just jam-packed with stress and anxiety, and then he just sits down and plays Minecraft after work for about 20 minutes and he's good to go. And this is something that is so important for your mental health and just your well-being in general. If you're not doing it, why? There was a metaphor that I heard once, and it was about a lumberjack, and he was, whacking at this tree, and this guy comes up and he's like, "Man, your axe is really dull. Don't you want to stop and sharpen it?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to waste time to sharpen my axe. I need to just get this tree done." I think you guys can see where the moral of the story is going. If he just would have stopped and sharpened his axe, those 5 minutes would have equated the 10, 15, 20 minutes extra that he worked by working with a dull axe. Taking the time to really focus on yourself and focus on what makes you happy. Do a puzzle, read a book, color in a coloring book for all that matters, maybe take a walk. Just find something that makes you feel clear-headed. And that will actually make a world of difference. If you don't do anything else that I showed you today, and you just did something that you enjoyed for 20 minutes to an hour, and just put your phone away, put it in another room if that's something that stresses you out, and you just sit down and do the thing that you enjoy doing, you're going to be a much happier, much pleasant, and a lot less stressed person. I can promise you that. This last thing has been the most recent thing that I've done that I've noticed has been able to help me manage my anxiety. And this has been something that has been really difficult for me, and I was kind of hesitant with taking CBD. It was kind of faux pas, I guess. I didn't necessarily know much about it. I didn't really know if it was I guess, a narcotic or not. I was really uneducated about the actual substance. So after doing some more research a few months ago and actually talking to a couple of professionals and asking what the difference is between the different types of CBD, because there's CBD that has THC, there's CBD that doesn't have THC. I'm so glad that I decided to try this because honestly it has changed my life, and really all they are just little gummies. And these gummies are honestly just amazing. They taste good as long as you don't chew them for too long. Because if you chew them for too long, they get really bitter and gross. I chewed that for too long. This is the one that has vitamin C included in it as well. And it's the second highest dose, I think, because the lowest dose I think was 200 milligrams per vitamin. And this one is 750. Like I said, these have been something that have kind of been an internal struggle for me because, I mean, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, otherwise known as a Mormon or LDS. So, I mean, we're very serious about, you know, controlled substances and, you know, smoking and marijuana and stuff like that. So, I mean, I didn't want to go in the wrong direction with that, but I also knew that CBD was supposed to help immensely with PTSD and anxiety and depression, and it's supposed to help mental dysfunctions, I suppose. And after doing more research into it, you know, I'm just like, you know, it seems like it follows the guidelines for my church. We call it the Word of Wisdom. My church has even addressed it previously about, you know, using medical marijuana when prescribed by a genuine doctor. It's kind of one of those things where it pays off in the end. Because I felt like it was such a struggle and I put so much thought into making this decision, I feel like I've benefited more from this decision, and it's really changed my life. To kind of put it into a perspective, I've explained it to my husband as feeling like you're constantly chasing after a thought. Like it's on the tip of your fingers and it just keeps running away from you. So you have to spend your entire day, your entire life, basically, trying to grasp onto these ideas and thoughts in your mind, and you have to jump on them and tackle them before they run away. And I didn't realize that that's how I felt until I didn't feel that way anymore. And it was like within minutes. And I know that sounds crazy, but it was like within minutes of taking the vitamin on the first day, and I started with taking the lowest dose. I was able to have an interactive conversation with Michael. And honestly, since being married and since our relationship of being together for almost 4 years, we haven't had that. And I didn't realize how big a problem it was because I couldn't stay focused on a conversation or on a topic long enough to have a genuine conversation. And so at that moment, I knew that this was something that I couldn't not do. To see that I was not healthy, or I wasn't getting as much out of life as I could. I feel like now me and my brain are enemies. You know, we can actually be partners. I don't have to fight against it in order to think about what it wants me to think about anyway. So honestly, it's cleared the path that I can walk down now, when before I was just walking into a closed door. Those are all the tips that I have for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you in particular have found something that you can use yourself. If I do get some comments to do more videos like this one, or maybe do some techniques that I've tried but didn't necessarily help me personally, I would love to do another video like this for you. This video is not sponsored. By the way, as usual, this is all of my personal opinion. I am not paid to do any of this, unfortunately. But if you do want to try out that CBD MD for those little vitamin gummies, I can put the link down in the description box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe today. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoy my other videos, you enjoy this space, well, Even if you don't enjoy this face, but you enjoy the videos, I would love to see you in the Pomchi pack again. You can ring the bell to get notified every time I post a new video so you don't miss any of the new ones. Don't be afraid to share this video with people that you know and people that you think might benefit from this. Thank you to all of those who are already part of the Pomchi pack. You really do motivate me to make awesome videos and to just keep creating for you. We really are a family, and I really do just appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. I realized after looking back through this footage that the glare on my glasses is absolutely terrible. I want to apologize for that. Please do your best to ignore it, because I still need to see. Now, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a little bit less stressful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!